Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the new Strength and Constitution Skill Leveling Guide. Today, we are going to look at how the changes that they've made to the Strength and Constitution leveling affects us in game. So, right off the bat, the first test we're going to do, because of previous tests that we have done on the shooting range, is the one thing that I've noticed over the past week is that we can run a lot further. The question is, how much further can we run? Okay. Now, in my previous videos, it was very difficult to really go past 700 meters with one stamina pool. So I haven't got the starting gear on me, like the oranges, but I've just got boots and the normal clothing on me. So yeah, to counter the that doesn't weigh anything, that doesn't weigh anything, that doesn't weigh anything. So right off the bat, all we're gonna see is how far can you run with one stamina pool, with the standard character, with advanced running. Okay, let's see that quickly. Now remember, in the past, it's always just been 700 meters. Okay, so let's see what it is this time. So we're going past 200 meters before at about 80%, just before 80%. So just off that, it already feels like I'm going to hit the end of the track with one stamina pool. We're going past 300 meters. We've still got 71% stamina left. So definitely feels like we're going further. Don't really care about these puppets for now. We're going to hit the 500-meter mark. Yep, before we hit 50% energy. So looking at this, we're definitely going to hit a kilometer, which is more than 30% further than you can run. Okay, this is standard character. Like on my previous tests, I made a character with 5 dexterity and advanced running so that he's got the max amount of speed with as little weight, like body weight on him. I think we hit the 700-meter mark with like 1 strength, 5 constitution, 5 dexterity and stuff like that. Now this pup is definitely going to catch us. But yes, definitely a 30 to 40% increase with how far we can run. Definitely. Yep. At least a 30 to 40% increase. No doubt about it. Okay, so let's get to the next test. Okay, so regarding what they said is leveling up your strength and constitution is basically the same. It's just with constitution, action difficulty has the biggest influence. Okay, not really performance score, but action difficulty. Which basically just means, if you're running uphill, the difficulty is more, and of course, strength, you need weight on us. But of course, we're going to simplify it here because I just want to see what is the maximum amount of constitution I can gain. In the previous videos, we saw that the maximum constitution that we could gain was 3.2 constitution per day, which was very unrealistic, and I knew that number wasn't right because you can't gain 3.2 constitution in 1 day of running. Okay, in game, you can't do that. So I knew that number was wrong. But I think this number is going to be more accurate. So if we run, then it looks like the max amount that we can gain is 54,000. Okay, 0.54,000. It's never going over 54,000. You guys will see that it went to 54,000. basically when we're running down a hill, okay, it did go past 54,000, okay, but it's around 55,000, okay, which is the maximum on just three constitution. Then we're not really gaining any strength, okay, and we're gaining a ton of dexterity. It's very easy to level up dexterity these days. So to increase constitution, they say action difficulty is quite important. So if we run up a hill, there we see, while we're running up a hill, we're getting 64,000. Okay, so this is what they mean by action difficulty. Running up a hill helps you a heck of a lot. Okay, a heck of a lot. Running down a hill helps you less. Okay, so running up a hill definitely helps. And I just want to see if we crawl up a hill, we still gaining about half of the maximum. Okay, so crawling up a hill and then crawling into something so you can AFK it, it's not a bad idea, although we can't crawl into that. But I have showed you guys in the past, you can just build something here and crawl into it. But clearly uphill definitely makes a big difference. Okay, but running up a hill doesn't really influence your strength, so it makes you gain a lot more constitution, but it doesn't really increase the strength. So what increases the strength? So what I'm going to do here, I'm just going to put on all my gear quickly that I have from my loot guide that I'm doing. And remember, guys, all my tests I'm doing on a test server, not single player, because things change between single player and multiplayer. Okay, and we're just going to put this over here. So what I did is I put a log on my hiking backpack, a tree branch, and 10 little small rocks to give me a maximum of 60. Okay, so now if we run, it definitely increases the constitution. Okay, so that's why I say action difficulty to me is compared to the performance score. If I'm missing action difficulty here somewhere, please let me know, but I compare it to performance score. Okay, so clearly with weight on, you're gaining a lot more, okay? And you can't really do this AFK, but you can walk AFK, which is still giving you 0.4 constitution per in-game day, which isn't too bad. So I'm thinking if you walk AFK, it's not too bad. You won't be able to jog, doing it AFK jogging, but even with walking is helping you a lot. And now we want to see, is the maximum strength roughly where it was? It was 28,000. It was 28,800. That was the max amount of strength that we could gain. So let's see if we combine the strength with an uphill, or the weight with an uphill. Well, okay, it's going past 28,800. Okay, it's definitely going past 28,800. Okay, so it's difficult to know what the maximum there is. Like, I could probably put a lot more weight on me. So let me do that quickly. I'm going to put a ton more weight on me, and then I'm going to show you guys 2 new ways, okay, to level up your constitution, which you couldn't do before, which includes riding a bicycle and rowing a boat. Okay, guys, so I went absolute maximum here. So we've got a backpack on us with 60 kilograms. We're carrying another hiking backpack with 60 kilograms, and we've got 2 M82s on our back. And I'm guessing that the max now is going to be 38,400 with a few tests that I've done, okay? I'm guessing the max that we're going to gain is 38,400, yeah. So it's locking up at 38,400, and it used to be 28,800, okay? So that is quite an increase. That is quite a large increase when it comes to leveling up your strength. Of course, you will still be able to do AFK things, which I will show you in the future. But just for now, Let's just see if the basic still works. So I'm just gonna set me to guard mode here. Make it true. And then I'm just gonna craft 2 crosses here quickly. Although a vehicle works very, very well as well. And the crosses, they've definitely made the crosses a little bit more difficult. And of course I can't craft a cross here. So let me just try and spawn in a vehicle quickly. Let me just try and spawn in a SUV or something here. No. Vehicle. Yeah, let's respawn an SUV and then run into the SUV. Okay. Still leveling up our dexterity because we're just putting our character under so much. Okay. So it looks like I'll have to give you guys a new AFK method. Okay. It always takes a lot more fine tuning than it used to take, guys. But the thing is, in game, you know, like we're crawling there, but I'll figure out the AFK method again before the 0.8 update comes out. And of course, you get more strength the less strength you start with. So if you start with a character with 1 strength, you'll be able to gain the maximum gain on your strength will be more, okay? But the more strength you have, the less it will become. So that still applies as previously. Once you hit 5 strength, the cap of the skill points that you will gain will become less and less, and it will still be very difficult to get to 8 strength, but not as difficult as before. Percentage-wise, I'm not sure, but from 28,800 to 38,400 seems like a 30% increase. So looks like we'll be able to get to 8 strength probably about 30% faster than what we used to do. And, you know, starting with a character with 1 strength is probably not a bad idea, but in my personal opinion, the running skill will help you a heck of a lot in game. So I don't really feel starting with a character with 1 constitution is worthwhile. And starting with any major skills here definitely makes a difference. So I'll definitely have to play around with this, but for the moment, I feel that starting with the character with advanced running is a must. It's going to save you a heck of a lot of time, a heck of a lot of frustration. Starting with the character with 3 dexterity is also quite important because, you know, starting with advanced thievery or whatever you want to start with, advanced demolition is going to help you a heck of a lot in game. And we can't level up intelligence, so we can't really think about intelligence at this moment, okay? So I'm thinking starting with a character with 1 or 1.5, like 1.5 strength, so that you can at least put 1 skill to medium or get close to medium. You won't achieve the medium until you hit 2 strength, but going from 1.5 strength to 2 strength won't be that difficult because the skill cap will be so much higher. But yeah, I'm really thinking that if you want to put points into dexterity or intelligence, like if you want to start with 1 of these skills on 1 and put 2 points into dexterity or 2 points into intelligence, I'll never suggest putting 2 points into constitution. But if you want to start with a character with 5 dexterity or 5 intelligence, because you want thievery at advanced and you want stealth at medium and you want driving at basic, or maybe you want medical at medium, awareness at advanced, you know, survival at basic, I think the strength attribute is going to be the new one, the new attribute where we can save on points. But I'll definitely do further tests, you know, more tests on that. And then, of course, just finally, riding a bicycle. I'm just going to take the M82s off here as well, because I'm killing my character. But yeah, riding a bicycle levels up your constitution as well. I'm thinking probably if you've, of course, the speed and the weight has no effect, guys. The weight of your character has no effect because the bike is carrying all the weight. Okay? But driving a bicycle will level up your strength and will level up your constitution. Okay? So we're getting 19,000, 20,000, and 40,000. Getting about 9, and of course you're going to run out of stamina quite quickly. So the patch notes do say that the weight that you have on you doesn't have an effect. So yeah, 24,000 and about 50,000. 24,000 and about 50,000. So let's just check this quickly. Okay, so we've got an extra 28 kilograms on us now with the two M82s. And let's see. $35,000. That's a 30% increase. Not a major increase to your constitution. I think that's what they mean with the weight that you're carrying on you doesn't have a major effect. But the weight that you have on you definitely has an effect with the bicycle. Okay? Now, just remember, you're going to run out of constitution quite fast. Or you're going to run out of stamina quite fast. Then you have to get off the bike. But carrying a lot of weight on you on a bike definitely has an effect on everything, your performance score and everything. So you're not going to have a lot of stamina or anything like that. But again, having the more weight you have on you definitely affects your strength, not really your constitution. Okay? And now let's just go look at the last thing and see if it's really worthwhile rowing a boat or not. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, here we come to the final part. How much does rowing a boat help you? Okay, so we're just going to start rowing here. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're back. Let's see. Going to row at the maximum speed I can. About 20,000 gain there with the M82s on my back. So riding a bike is clearly better. But again, the weight doesn't really matter. So even, it's still 43,000. And we're just going to check this out quickly. So I'm just going to rest. Okay, we have to get off here and just rest a little bit. Can I rest? Yeah, I can rest quickly. Difficult to lie down like this, but we can lie down like this. So even if I take the M82s off my back, and I take the hiking backpack off my back, and they're just going to float away in space there. You guys can see they're just floating away there. Very dangerous doing that. So the strength was at 20,000. But gaining max speed again. Strength is still at 20,000. Not a major difference with less weight on us. And the constitution gain is still the same. So when it comes to constitution, guys, weight does not matter on a bicycle or on a boat. When it comes to constitution, it does make a difference, about a 30% difference, or depending on how much weight you've got on you, it does make a difference with strength. But when it comes to constitution, action difficulty has the biggest influence. So you want to look at going up a hill if you ever AFK for constitution. You want to look at walking up a hill or crawling up a hill, which you can do forever. And then with strength, of course, the more weight, the better. But yeah, in the next video, we're going to cover the new fishing mechanics. We're going to catch some major fish and do a quick tutorial for you on fishing. I'll probably upload that video tomorrow. And if any of you have figured out any easy ways, to that are not too complicated, and that's a little bit more, I know leveling up leveling up AFK these days is a lot more difficult than it used to be. It's a lot more finicky than it used to be, with the angle at which you're crawling or walking. But yeah, if any of you guys have figured out any easy ways, please leave it down in the comments below, and help the community. And if you enjoyed this video, just do me a favor and click that like button. And if you're not subscribed yet and you want to see and learn everything there is to see and learn about Scum, then just subscribe to the channel and leave a comment down below. It helps me a lot. Have a good day, guys. See you later. Cheers.